Hi, I'm Peter Humphrey, Calypso King of Washington, D.C., and I'm very surprised you didn't know. Washington knows. Washington knows about CultureShare. We came up here, we saw it, I liked it, I decided to get on it. And what I want you to know is the reason why I got on it and the reason why Washington knows about it is because that's the only way, that's the only show that takes the party to the house, where your kids can party and the older ones can party, and those who don't have money can also party. So what I advise you to do, I'm telling you now, is tune in every Saturday, New York people, from 1 p.m. and Grenadian people, 8 p.m. every Saturday. CultureShare. Get your slice.
Get loose! Let the party begin, let the party begin. Feel
The music of the Prince Unique. Of course, you saw him on CultureShare with Wine Your Waist Mama, that lovely video. Well, that's from his latest album, produced by Charlos Productions and arranged by ace arranger Frankie McIntosh. And of course, he's in Trinidad, preparing for the Carnival celebrations coming up in a few weeks. But you'll be seeing more and hearing more of the Prince Unique on CultureShare in the few weeks coming up. I am Harold PYSADEE, and it's great to be here on CultureShare, where you get the best in Caribbean entertainment. And this week, we'll be keeping it with a Christmas flavor. And this segment of the program, as usual, is brought to you by VP Records, the first in Caribbean entertainment. We'll be right back. Many a people involved in culture has changed from the initial instruments to be singers. Black Stallion was a panist turned calypsonian. Blue Boy, a panist turned calypsonian. In St. Vincent, many years ago, this guy, Dan Simon, was a panist, played steel band in as much steel bands as possible you could think about in St. Vincent, migrated to Brooklyn and continued in that vein, but then decided that he wants to be a singer, he wants to be a calypsonian, had a few albums, and this year, in an innovative perspective, decided to come out with a Christmas song. You saw the Christmas video a few weeks ago on CultureShare, but with the spirit of the Yuletide season, we're going to bring him back. From St. Vincent doing a Merry Christmas, here's Dan Simon.
Here's my dedication, my best Christmas wishes to you. So come on, be merry, it's time to be happy, celebrating the birth of Christ. Merry Christmas to you, dear, may your heart be of good cheer. It's time to be happy and time to be jolly, a Merry Christmas to you. Oh yeah, a Merry Christmas to you. There in a manger, the birth of our Savior, I'm bringing this message to you. Since this great occasion, this still celebration, I bring you this Christmas cheer. Merry Christmas to you, dear, may your heart be of good cheer. It's time to be happy and time to be jolly, a Merry Christmas to you. Oh yeah, a Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas. and having fun. So join in the spirit, you sure won't regret it. Come on and serenade with me. Merry Christmas to you, dear. May your heart be of good cheer. It's time to be happy and time to be jolly. A Merry Christmas, a Merry Christmas, a Merry Christmas to you. Oh yeah, a Merry Christmas, a Merry Christmas, a Merry Christmas to you.
I predict in the next 2 to 3 years' time we'll really see an upsurge of Caribbean Christmas music on the market. The season is right and the feeling is there. It is true, it's only a few artists that are doing it, but I think that the other artists will get a little envious as they realize that this is something to really capitalize on. That was the music of Dan Simon with music arranged by Frankie McIntosh and getting into the Christmas spirit on CultureShare. Now we have 2 new videos for you this Saturday. Never seen before, Christmas videos. The first one comes from 4 times Calypso monarch in Grenada, the Flying Turkey, on 3 occasions consecutively. This is a reggae, a serious topic. Please hear the children cry at Christmas time. Listen.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Mother your children. Mother, your children are crying. Although it's Christmas again, ain't got no reason to be happy when all they feel now is pain. 'Cause in Soweto there's no Santa Claus. The only Christmas present is oppressive laws. Christmas present is oppressive laws. In South Africa, there's no Christmas tree. The only Christmas song is Let Freedom Be. Yeah, the children's cry. Won't you listen now? Yeah, the children's cry. Won't you listen, people? Though it's Christmas time, there is torture in their eyes. Yeah, the children's cry. Oh, 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 yeah. Oh, oh, oh.
Dear Santa, Christmas time again, and every little boy is far from presents and dream of happiness and joy. Dear God, bless the children who are homeless and
the children's cry. Oh, won't you listen now? Yeah, the children's cry. Though it's Christmas time, there is torture in their eyes. Yeah, the children's cry. Whoa, 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 yeah. Mother, your children are hungry. They've got no food to eat. No Christmas pudding or cake and wine. They can't afford such a treat. For some children, believe me, there's no Santa Claus. Their only gift is hunger and political wars. Gift is hunger and political wars. They've got no stockings to hang, no presents to unfold. Cause their stomachs are empty and their feet are cold. The children's cry. Oh, won't you listen now? Yeah, the children's cry. Listen, people, though it's Christmas time, there is torture in your eyes. Yeah, the children's cry. Oh, oh, oh.
Cecil Belfon, The Flying Turkey, Hear the Children Cry. Music arranged by Derek Latouche, but the bass line we must give credit to Ajamo. And I never thought I would see the day when Flying Turkey would cry in public. We'll be talking to the Flying Turkey right after these messages. Going back to the Flying Turkey and his Christmas video, right after we completed that project, we had the opportunity to speak with the Flying Turkey. And I began by reminding him that it was about 3 to 4 years ago that he started that project at Charles Dougherty Studios in Brooklyn. But it was scrapped. And now he decided this year to come back with Hear the Children Cry. Turkey had this to say.
Yeah, well, because what happened 3 years ago, as you recall, I was going to record this song on a cassette and just, send it for the radio station to play. And the way the material was coming out, I was advised that no, it should be done, more properly, properly copywritten and published and that sort of thing. And that led me to put it back into the closet. But I think, it's time to get this material out because the world is changing and this is social commentary and the world is changing. It's time to get it out.
Yes, because you didn't just sing about the jingle bells and the 12 days of Christmas, but you delved into a very deep-rooted social issue, poverty at Christmas. Is this something that you feel deep within your heart?
Yeah, definitely. Because you see, I'll tell you why, right? We've grown into a society where we get mesmerized by Christmas. Christmas represents for us snow, Santa Claus, gifts, presents, happiness, and it's not really true. It's not really true. Okay. Now, we in New York, we might see a couple of snowflakes, but in our indigenous culture back in Grenada, snow is irrelevant. It's not part of it. And on the question of economics, there are millions of children in the world who do not see presents, who do not wake up Christmas morning and say, this is a happy day, ho, ho, ho. You understand? Millions of children are going to wake up in Soweto on Christmas morning. On Christmas morning, there will be children on boats trying to flee from Haiti. It's not all fun and joy. So, and that's why I had to write this song. I did not write this song for any opportunistic reason to try to get money or anything. I wrote this song because I felt it. It's the same way I felt about songs like Black Child, Come Back to Roots.
And you also had the opportunity, when you decide to do the tune again, to have it for wax, to work with one of Grenada's good sons, Derek Latouche, who is making a good name for himself now as an arranger.
Yeah. I was always looking forward to working with Derek Latouche. We both come from St. Paul's, for whatever it's worth, But we played together a few years ago in a band called Unlimited Brass. Okay, as a matter of fact, they accompanied me in Queen's Park in 19-something. but I always wanted to work with Latouche again, and I just like people to know that he's doing a fine job. I feel really comfortable working with him. I have to give some credit also to Ajamo on this particular record, because the bass line on this particular record was developed by a jammer, and that was 3 years ago. Unfortunately, when I decided to go to studio, either I couldn't find him, he wasn't around, whatever. The logistics, didn't really quite work out. But I think it's only right and proper that he gets some credit for the bass line on this particular song.
This is a very good statement you're making, because what you're telling us now that, you look at Calypsonians, you look at Grenada artists singing Calypso reggae, and sometimes the people tend to look at the artists as a force that's competing against each other. But now you're talking about the other artists coming together and aiding in the production of such a beautiful product. Do you think that augurs well for the furtherance of the culture?
It does. As a matter of fact, last August I was in Grenada. I did an interview with Radio Grenada. And one of the points I was making is that whereas, okay, the competition is all well and good, competition is good. But people have to understand that competition serves a particular purpose, and beyond the competition itself, there's no need for artists to think of themselves as being at war. Let me tell you another reason why. We as Grenada, we're right now on the leading edge of projecting a new front. Okay, there's a force of Calypso and culture coming out of Grenada now, with people like Wizard and myself from the old school, and people like Inspector, Ajamo, Randy, Squeezy, okay? It's a definite force, okay? The thing is that we cannot afford to compete among ourselves in the outer world, because we all wave in the same flag. Okay, we all represent in the same country. What's the point of me trying to compete against a Jamo or Wizard for a spot in New York, when in the context of New York we are all identified as representing Grenada? You understand? So we have to understand that there has to be a distinction between the local competition, which is fine. It makes artists. But when you go abroad, you're projecting Grenada, you're waving the same flag. So competition at that point becomes unnecessary, irrelevant, and it could even destroy.
Let's look at some history now. 4 times Calypso Monarch in Grenada. History. 3 consecutive years, Calypso Monarch in Grenada. History. Ajamo has equaled the record of winning 4 times, even though he did not do it 3 consecutive times winning. The big talk is, would Flying Turkey be coming to Grenada next year to ensure that he makes it 5 for himself and that Ajamo keeps it at 4?
Well, let's put it this way. What month be in December, right? Competition be in August. Anything could happen. Anything could happen.
But
I'm open-minded about it. I'm not going to say here and now that I'm not going to compete. At the same time, I'm not going to confirm any speculation that I'm going to compete. But let me put it this way. I'm thinking about it, the big issue here is not so much my willingness to compete, because I'm not really afraid. It's not a problem for me to go into competition. The big problem here is one of logistics. I have to take into consideration, my own program here with school, family, and all that, And if I could get these things in line by a certain time, I may well declare that I may want to re-enter the competition. Not for any particular financial gain or anything, but in a sense, the public has a right to request that I go back into competition, because after all, people make their artists, the public supports us, and the public, I guess, have a right. If there's a strong enough referendum and so forth, then maybe.
I understand that you even have nightmares of a Jamo.
Nah.
How true is that?
Nah, not No, wait, let me clarify that. This is with all due respect to Ajamo. He's good. So, the snide remark is not meant to say that Ajamo is less than what he is. But my confidence is 101%. I know what I'm capable of. It does not worry me to go into a competition. I admit that the artists in Grenada, they're very good, they have developed. That just makes it more interesting, because you see, I do a lot of songs now. They're not meant for competition. If I had to go to competition tomorrow, I know what I would be writing, I know what I would be singing, I know the approach that I would be taking. It's all in the closet. It's a matter of taking it out.
The Flying Turkey. Not very often we hear of an all-Caribbean female artists involved in our music. Of Of course, we know about the Supremes. We really do. But in fact, a group by the name of Akabu, made up of all females from London, performed in Manhattan just about a year ago. CultureShare was there to capture them live.
Children, never let go, oh, oh, oh. Never let go. We are the light, we are the world, we are the children. Never let go, oh, oh, oh. Never let go. I said, hold on. Never let go. I said, hold on. Never let go. So much has happened, so much been said. So many tears are falling, and so many mouths to be fed. Hold on, never let go. I said, hold on, never let go. Yeah, we sit down back home, we sit down back home, we sit down back home. But we're not going no, no. Yeah, we sit down back home, we sit down back home, we sit down back home. But we're not going no. No.
Oh yes, top-class reggae entertainment. Akabo, oh, lovely performance. Good quality reggae music, and what a show it was there in Manhattan just about a year ago when they came to our shores. All right, we'll be back after these messages with much more action on CultureShare. Let's get back now into the Christmas feeling and zoom in on Grenadian Peter Humphrey, the vivacious, smiling and happy gentleman he is with his Xmas feeling.
Christmas time is here, so friends prepare. The bells of celebration is ringing in the air. Move chairs and tables, clear up the hall, set up the speakers against the wall. Get on the phone, call up some friends, crank up the music and have a Christmas party. Got to be there. It's a rocking session all night long. Christmas party. Got to be there. It's a rocking session all night long.
Lord, jingle, jingle, jingle bell. Shake up in the dance and shake it well. Santa man with news to tell. It's Christmas time again. It's Christmas time again. So jump and prance and rock in the dance. It's Christmas time again. It's Christmas time again. Big up!
Move chairs and tables, clear up the hall, set up the speakers against the wall. Get on the phone, call up some friends, crank up the music and have a Christmas party. Got to be there. It's a rocking session all night long. It's a Christmas party. Got to be there. It's a rocking session. Ooh-wee. All night long.
Lord, Christmas come but once a year. Lots of gifts and things to share. Happiness with joy and cheer. Jump, shake up and bring in New Year. Drink a juice or a ginger beer. Sip a juice and have no fear. Jump, 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 jump. Big up!
Move chairs and tables, clear up the hall, set up the speakers against the wall. Get on the phone, call up some friends, crank up the music and have a Christmas party. Got to be there. It's a rocking session all night long. We having a Christmas party. Got to be there. It's a rocking session all night long. Christmas party. Got to be there. It's a rocking session. Oh, yeah. All night long. Everybody, Christmas party. Ooh, got to be there.
Peter Humphrey with his Xmas feeling, and the guy you saw in that video doing the rap part, That's Laldi, Adrian Laldi, one of the first singers of Morse International when they came out in the early 1970s. We move on now to one of the big names in Caribbean entertainment, the Merry Men. They were in Brooklyn and we caught them live with a Christmas ditty, wanting to wrap their arms around a lovely lady. Here's Emil Straker and the rest of the Merry Men.
Let me wrap you in my arms this Christmas. Place a ribbon in your hair for me. You're the only present that I want to love. When I love you underneath our tree. Please don't send me any fancy Christmas greetings, and don't bother with any mistletoe. The only present that I want to love is to love you the way I always do. Let me wrap you in my arms this Christmas. Place a ribbon in your hair for me. You're the only present that I want to love. When I love you underneath our tree. Please don't send me any fancy Christmas greeting, and don't bother with any mistletoe. For the only present that I want to love is to love you the way I always do. Let me wrap you in my arms this Christmas. Place a ribbon in your hair for me. You're the only present that I want to love. When I love you underneath our tree.
The Merry Men captured live at the Clit Gore Auditorium at New York Tech, downtown Brooklyn, with Wrap My Arms Around You for Christmas Time. We'll be back. Now let's have a combination of Panamanian and Puerto Rican. Lazarus and Robles in the Christmas spirit. Oh, those Spanish guitars remind you of Jose Feliciano, doesn't it? The music of Lazarus and Robles, the Christmas spirit on CultureShare. We did mention earlier on in the program that we have 2 new Christmas videos for you. We saw the first one from the Flying Turkey, and we're getting ready to look at the other one. Now, we here at G.B.T.V Productions have been quite happy to bring those Christmas videos to you. We saw Dan Simon, we saw Peter Humphrey, and it was not an easy task trying to put the videos together. First of all, we had a time constraint because everybody came relatively late. But we performed a little magic to put things together to ensure that the productions looked real. Now, this performer is a Grenadian, a guy who has won the last Independence Calypso competition in New York. He has a Christmas song out with the arrangement done by William McIntosh, who is from Carriacou, and the productions from Kayak Productions, with people like Nick Cox and Thomas James, his manager, behind him. His name is Randy Isaac. We captured him here to make sure that his video was right, and he was quite happy because he's even talking about it right now because he's hiding somewhere behind the camera, and we're going to talk to him in a while. But first of all, for the first time in the Christmas spirit, Randy Isaac.
Godfather, once a year he come from exile. So hang up a stocking in front the door, and he'll bring the treasures you were waiting for. Santa in a happy mood, excited and feeling good. barefoot in a long white beard, Santa dressed up in white and red, waiting for Santa to come. With his sleigh so long, waiting for Santa Claus. But no way, I'm singing jingle bells, jingle all the way. What fun it might be to ride on a one-horse open sleigh. Now I know much better as I grow older. Santa is my own mom and dad, buying all the nice things to put in the stocking. Those things made me feel glad. Innocent ones like you and me accepted this Christmas fantasy. Although I know better now, I imagine anyhow Santa with a bag of goodies from house to house with the kids, waiting for Santa to come. With his sleigh so long, waiting for Santa Claus. But no way, no way, no way. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. What fun it might be to ride on a one-horse open sleigh. Memories of the past, I can't forget that. Brings back good feeling every year. But parents, just stop this practice. Stop teaching the stupidness of this Santa Claus offer. Present your gift with pride and dignity. With a loving kiss, that's the Christmas recipe. This should really teach us right. Teach us more about Jesus Christ, more about the celebration and the day Jesus was born. I'm waiting for Santa to come. With his sleigh so long, I'm waiting for Santa Claus. No way, jingle bells, jingle all the way. What fun it might be to ride on a one-horse open sleigh. Santa Claus, Santa Claus. I've been waiting so long. Santa Claus. Bring something, come. Santa Claus. Say me Christmas morn. Santa Claus. Santa Claus. Santa Claus. Say we all together. Santa Claus. And we shouting Santa. Not for early when come. Making Christmas feeling down. Make we feel happy. Bring something for we. We're begging. Please bring something.
It's Christmas time. It's a happy time. It's Christmas time. It's a joyful time. It's Christmas time. It's celebration time. It's Christmas time. It's party time. It's Christmas time. It's lovers time. It's Christmas time. It's a family time. It's Christmas time. It's time to share. It's Christmas time. And Santa's here.
I want to say a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Oh yeah.
Oh, what a great production. Randy Isaac, Waiting for Santa Claus. And here's Randy.
Thank you, PYSADEE.
Oh man, it's
What's
great.
up?
What was it like in making that video?
Well, it was a great trip, but first of all, I want to thank Gina Haynes and the lovely models yesterday, and Gentle Ben, who did such a wonderful job, you know, because we didn't have much time, and they just fit everything together to present something really nice, you know. And I want to say hi to my mom, my grandmother, and some fans, Nellis and Derek and Coffee and the boys.
See you great things in 1992.
Thank you.
Keep on trucking.
Yeah, I will be there.
That's it on Culture Share for this week. I am Harold PYSADEE. It was great keeping you company. Keep the culture high. It's the only thing we can keep our dearest to our hearts. And have a wonderful Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas to you.
Memories of the past, I can't forget that. Brings back good feeling every year. But parents, to stop this practice, stop teaching this stupidness of this Santa Claus of all. Present your gift with pride and dignity. With a loving kiss, that's the Christmas recipe. This should really teach us right. Teach us more about Jesus Christ, more about the celebration and the day Jesus was born. I'm waiting for Santa to come. With his sleigh so long, I'm waiting for Santa Claus. No way, jingle bells, jingle all the way. What fun it might be to ride on a one-horse open sleigh. Santa, Santa Claus,